I'm not saying this is what's happening, but I'm saying if I was China and I wanted to demasculinize and what's it called? Defang the United States, what I would do is I would promote a lack of masculinity, a lack of fertility, and a lack of like financial upward mobility.
We were talking about TikTok, right? And not to get conspiratorial, but you kind of gave an idea. If you were China,
yes,
right, hold on. Yeah. If you were China and you wanted to make society collapse and you wanted to push, things into America that was going to, take your enemy down.
Yeah.
What would you push?
Yeah, so I want to say this. I don't know that China's doing this. I'm not saying they're doing this, but it is awfully fucking convenient.
Yeah.
If I was a country and I wanted to weaken my enemy, but I could not do so militarily, but I had an app that was incredibly prevalent that existed in this other country, what I would do is, in my country, I would teach children mathematics, science, technology, and engineering, and how to be literate. In the other country, my enemy country, I would teach children to like 13-year-old girls to dance around in Daisy Dukes, and I would have women out there saying crazy shit. I would promote the shit out of LGBT. I don't have anything problem with people who are LGBT. The thing that I've noticed though is if you have a heteronormative looking woman with curves on TikTok, 100% of the time they're going to lose their account. Yeah. I've never seen a gay, lesbian, bisexual, or trans person on TikTok. I've never seen one of them ever lose their account. Fucking Kim Kardashian lost her account on TikTok. And so I was saying is if I wanted to decline the fertility of my enemy and I wanted to hurt him financially,
and demonize masculinity.
If I wanted to demonize masculinity, but I also you'll notice Alex Hormozy is being ratioed on TikTok. Brad Lee is being ratioed on TikTok. So men who teach other men to make money are being ratioed.
Yeah.
But little kids who are 13-year-olds dancing in Daisy Dukes are being promoted. I'm not saying this is what's happening, but I'm saying if I was China and I wanted to demasculinize and what's it called? Defang the United States, what I would do is I would promote a lack of masculinity, a lack of fertility, and a lack of like financial upward mobility. Financial know-how. I would ratio those concepts. And if you look on TikTok, that's exactly what they've done.
And here's the other thing. And a lot of people don't want to deny this. Men are a lot more visual. And what's one of the most visual apps out there? It's TikTok.
Yeah.
So with a lot of the sexual content, not complaining about it, but it is there, right? With women doing all these dances, showing a lot of revealing clothing, that's going to attract a lot of men. But what does that lead men to? It leads them to over-consuming content. It leads them to pornography. Yeah. It leads them to all the things that take their masculinity away. And now you see men who are addicted to pornography. They're inside. And these men are not a threat. These men don't have a chance. And look, if you were a country, and if you didn't have the superior military power, I would want to take down the men of that country too.
If I'm China and I have an inferior military, demasculinizing my enemy's men, like young men, would be my priority.
100%.
Of course. If I could sit and turn a dial and lower the testosterone levels of all the men in the country that I'm going up against by making them watch incessant levels of pornography and then causing them to not go outside, to stay inside and completely
then they're scared to talk to women. You think they're going to fight?
Talk to women?
No.
Yeah, all these things. If I was going to do that, if I was going to demasculinize them, I mean, that seems like a great fucking strategy to me. That's the only thing I'm saying. So listen, I like TikTok. I use TikTok for motivation whenever I'm looking for funny videos to react to.
For sure.
I do. It's a really great way. So for instance, I was an accountant, a lawyer. If I was a doctor and I was looking for ways to go viral on social media, I would go to TikTok first. TikTok, their indexing feature for different type of content is way better than Instagram. So I totally understand that. But Instagram is it's one of these things within TikTok. It's on Instagram, what happens with hot girls were getting reported by hyper conservative, Muslim or super judgmental religious people. They would report your account and then it would get taken down. TikTok is just taking your account down because I honestly think if you promote heterosexuality, I think TikTok doesn't like you. That's just what it feels like to me.
Here's the other thing, and this happened to you the other day, is another thing that TikTok and Instagram, for that matter, but less Instagram, more TikTok, promotes is promotes pandering. So there's going to be these fucking fat, simp-ass motherfuckers who are going to just be like, hey, Michael, you're misogynist. No, you're too big for 46.
Yeah.
And he's actually getting a lot of views on TikTok.
So the funny thing is, YouTube doesn't give you a boost for pandering.
Yeah.
YouTube will actually ratio it if you're too liberal or too conservative. But the difference is, like, Instagram, if you guys want to know a tip right now, make anti-red pill, anti-Andrew Tate content, and you will go viral very quickly on Instagram. Yeah. Instagram will artificially promote your content. Okay, same thing on TikTok. If you make anti-Andrew Tate or anti-red pill content on, or even anti-conservative content on TikTok gives you a boost. The algorithm actually boosts you. And I've seen a lot of guys trick the algorithm. Like, if you guys want to try this, I wish somebody would do this as an experiment.
Dude, that'd be a great experiment.
Start off and make, like, very pandering, super, like, women pandering, simpy content. Do that for a couple of months on TikTok. Watch how you have 200,000-300,000 followers, and then switch your content over to, like, red pill stuff. Watch what happens. Like, all of a sudden you'll be ratioed to nothing. But the thing with YouTube is YouTube was heavily left leaning until Rumble came out. Yeah. When Rumble came out, then TikTok or then YouTube came to the realization, because some of the biggest live streamers, like super chat receivers on YouTube, were red pill content creators. Yeah. And they started flowing over to Rumble.
But even YouTube never went off the deep. Look,
they did. Like, if you said anything about this election being stolen, they take your account.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. But, like, even when it was, like, on at their peak of censorship, look, the Daily Wire still has 6 million subscribers. Like, the way TikTok and Instagram do it is a different story.
So the point is, the Daily Wire can exist on YouTube. The Daily Wire can exist on TikTok, but they're going to get a lot of accounts taken down, and they're going to be ratioed. Because if the Daily Wire tells men, think for yourself, get in better shape, increase your testosterone levels, get married and have multiple children, and do better financially. If that's what the Daily Wire says, those are all things. If I'm the enemy of your country, I don't want men doing those things. I don't want men having babies and making money, because what it does is it strengthens your country's economy and military and weakens mine in comparison. So the best thing for me to do is promote a lack of fertility, a lack of masculinity, and a lack of financial freedom. That's what I want to promote. And again, that's why, like, there's no reason Alex Hormozi should have anywhere near as many fucking engagement as me. That is crazy to me. Alex Hormozi should have 100,000 times more engagement than I do. Yeah. That is crazy. But why is it? Is because Alex Hormozi, who says nothing controversial whatsoever, what does he do? He's teaching men how to think for themselves and become financially independent. What does that do? That strengthens our economy. Entrepreneurship strengthens our economy. If I'm China, that's the last thing in the world I want.
100%.